We are going to go ahead and get things started. First of all, my name is Kevin. I'm the Director of Sales Engineers for LTS. Thank you for joining us here at ISC, and especially here during happy hour. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time going over our different booths, some of the things that you can see here, hopefully take away some cool stuff that we can explore a little bit more out there as we go. Starting off with us, LTS. We were founded in 2009. We are US based. We have 11 branches nationwide, and we try to introduce around 100 new products annually. So as you'll see out here, we've got a lot of brand new products that we can show you today, as well as a lot of new products that are coming down the pipeline for you guys Q2, Q3, so you can begin to plan out your projects even more effectively. We serve around 90,000 customers every year here in the US, and obviously we're looking to grow that number as much as we possibly can. We've got a selection of the team here with us today, but nationwide we've got over 120 employees out there in between our tech support, field sales employees, inside sales employees. We do our best to help you out in any way that we can. This may be face-to-face meetings, this may be branch-based events, customer appreciation events for dealers like yourselves, job site visits, as well as even presentations with your end users. Whatever you require, reach out to us. We're going to do our very best to facilitate that with you. Tech support, always an important one to take a note of. 8 a.m. Eastern all the way to 8 p.m. Eastern makes a huge difference. We have tech support located at the branch level all across the United States. We have a global supply chain, manufacturing in several different companies to keep our inventories level high for you, our availability open for you, and to keep your pricing as low as possible. But all in all, our main focus here, of course, are people like you. We are focused on the dealers and making you successful because, as everybody likes to say, your success is truly our success. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of what we're here to talk about today. Starting with the evolution of searching and video surveillance. As we'll see in some of these back groups, we're going to take everything all the way up to what we call DeepVision. We started with traditional based searching, which has a lot of time consumption behind it. It's an inefficient way to go, and sometimes it's difficult to train any new people, new employees, new end users on just how this system works. This is what a playback looks like. This is where we find the individual that we want. There is a steep learning curve that's involved. Moving forward in time, we came to direct search, also referred to as X search back there on the Pro X side, direct search on the Platinum side. This utilizes small-scale AI models in order to search by pictures. This enables us to find targets much more rapidly using these pictures, simplifies target tracking across scenes, and provides a simpler learning curve for those that are just getting introduced to video surveillance. But what really takes the cake here is DeepVision NVR. We'll be able to demonstrate that on our end-to-end solution kiosk as well as the far side over there. So this utilizes, instead of small-scale, large-scale AI modeling, which allows us to search by text. This is a cross-modal AI, which is built into our NVR, so it requires no server basis, no cloud basis. It can be done completely offline as you require. This greatly reduces the search times that are involved, gives us a much more efficient way of approaching searching and video surveillance overall, and is completely intuitive. There's really no learning curve that's involved. If you can use a search engine, you can use DeepVision searching. So, how does this help us solve some of the typical video surveillance challenges? Well, number one, sometimes we have minimal details surrounding the event. We're unsure of the actual time of the event. We're unsure of any complex descriptors about the person that actually accomplished the event. In this case, there's no need for manual reviewing and trying to go back and forth to find when a particular event took place. And it simplifies those complex operations overall. So we're using an NVR for searching, like I mentioned, no server basis required, no cloud basis required, and this is available on 8, 16, and 32 channel models. So we try and make this fit into pretty much any job. Requires no internet connection or offsite processing, which also means there's no recurring fees associated with it at all. When you purchase the NVR that includes DeepVision and its functions, you own it for life. It's compatible with a wide array of cameras, in particular the AISP that we're recently introducing, which if you haven't taken a look at the darkroom over there, it is really cool technology. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. and it allows for searching by keywords or phrases. We can use adjectives to narrow down search parameters by describing what people are wearing or actions that have taken place. Multiple descriptors can even be used in the terms of one search to really narrow things down quickly. These NVRs are available now, so this is not a coming soon technology. This is something that you could walk away with tomorrow. App-based searching is coming to that, so it's coming right to our LTS Connect app, as well as XVMS, our end-to-end enterprise solution, which I can show you in the back a little bit later. Something that you are going to see here as well are 16 megapixel cameras. Now around the show, you may see another few options for 16 megapixel cameras that take two 8 megapixel imagers and stitch them together in real time. Something that really helps us excel is not only the 180-degree horizontal field of view, but the 71-degree vertical field of view. So we're covering a really massive array at one time. But something I don't think you're going to see anywhere else other than here at the LTS booth is a single sensor 16 megapixel solution. We'll find it right back there on the end-to-end kiosk, and it has the same form factor as any typical turret camera that you're used to. This allows us to have 2 times the resolution of a standard 4K camera and 8 times the resolution of a standard 1080p camera. So this greatly enhances our ability to digitally zoom these cameras and gives us no awkward aspect ratios when looking at them on cell phones or typical monitoring screens. In addition to this, on the same booth, we're going to find our solar camera solutions. We have our standalone camera solution, as well as our all-in-one 180-watt panel. We'll find this comes with the panel, the bracket, the batteries, and provides for us 12-volt or 24-volt DC output. These batteries are extensive in their capabilities and give us up to 1,200 watt-hours at 180 watts. This means that we can not only power an array of small cameras, but also larger cameras, such as PTZs, something we've been looking for a long time. This gives us a high degree of coverage options where you can bring your own cameras to the table. This allows us to power multiple PTZs at once, gives us a built-in indicator to let us know whether the device is charging, discharging, and what our battery levels are built right in, and helps us maintain electric isolation from the grid. When these cameras are solar powered, I live in Florida and lightning is a serious issue. This no longer is an issue. If the device gets hit by lightning, you might have a problem, but that's not going to travel back in and affect the rest of our devices on the network. Of course, it is IP67 rated for outdoor environments. So there is a vast array of different locations that this is suitable for. Moving on to AISP. So this greatly enhances low light imaging. Over the last few years, we've seen 24-hour color imaging come more and more into our industry, and frankly, I wasn't sure that it could get any better than it already did. But the fact is, it can. By using artificial intelligence sitting in between the sensor and the digital signal processing layer of a camera, we can do things like maintain visibility and color detail in real time all throughout the day and the night. This intelligently helps us reduce the amount of noise or grain in the image and extends our visible range at all times, as well as providing for us color correction. If you haven't taken a look at these products, you can find it again on our back right booth here. I definitely advise you do that. It is extremely impressive in its capabilities. Our newest model also introduces X deterrence with it as well. This interacts with the scene, providing red and blue lights that are triggered by vehicle or person interaction. So these are VCA-based triggers that allow us to interact with the world around us without having to manually prompt that interaction. X Deterrence 2.0 expands this even further, taking it from simple fixed cameras to PTZ and panoramic-based PTZs, which again we can find on the back right booth. Speaking of which, here's an example of just what I'm talking about. So X Deterrence is now available in these formats, allowing a panoramic PTZ to combine with a wide-angle fixed with a PTZ. This allows not only for a 188 megapixel stitched image, but a 25x optical zoom. This has the benefit of allowing us to monitor the scenes both looking one direction as well as the other. To take this one step further, the fixed camera can be triggered, or rather can trigger the PTZ for auto tracking. So even if our PTZ is looking the wrong way, it can spin right around and begin tracking the target that we are interested in the scene. Right behind us here on the vertical market solutions, we'll learn a little bit more about our 10 series NVRs from ProX. This new 10 series is intended for enterprise level applications and comes in 64 channel or 128 channel options. This is our first NVR to provide simultaneous face recognition and X-Search 2.0 on the same unit. Face recognition allows us to capture video and compare it against created databases. These databases are our own customization. We might have a database for employees, we might have a database for delivery drivers, and we might have a database for being on the lookout. If any particular person from a particular list shows up, we may want to react to it in a different way. X-Search, which we can see on the back left kiosk here, is going to allow us to search by descriptors and includes target tracking on built-in maps. Again, no server needed for this functionality. We can upload maps straight into the NVR to track where a target has been around our facility. Only one analytic type can be used per channel, but this allows us to spread these analytics out throughout a very large facility, again on a 64 or 128 channel basis. And of course, these are built for enterprise applications, so they allow for HDD hot swapping, as well as RAID support built in for RAID 0, 1, 5, 6, and 10 as you require. This allows us to have zero downtime when maintaining our hard drives. If one goes bad, simply open the front of the recorder, pull out the bad hard drive, put in the new hard drive, and format that drive to begin recording. No need to turn that recorder off at all. Some of you may already be familiar with our ProX app. We've taken this into our new ProX Next application. This allows for live view as well as playback on the cell phone application to be taking place side by side. So in one image, I can look at a live view, while in the other one, I'm able to search through playback without ever dropping a beat. This gives us an all-in-one app for video surveillance, our doorbell options, intercom options, as well as access control. So it gives us a one-stop shop for everything we may need. We can also customize our notifications for what we require. This provides for us event-based filtering when viewing in playback, so we can easily select human or vehicle playback only to again eliminate a lot of the time required in terms of video surveillance. This is, of course, available on Android as well as iOS, and we'll continue to update this into the future to align with our new technologies. Speaking of doorbell, you will find this on our kiosk over here on the front left. Our Wi-Fi doorbell includes a digital wireless chime. Unlike a lot of doorbells out there that are 2 megapixel, we have upped this to the 4 megapixel resolution, and it includes motion detection 2.0, meaning it has the capability of detecting either people or vehicles that come into the scene. Like any good wireless doorbell, this is going to allow for full intercom functionality for two-way talk directly through your application. And one of my favorite pieces is that this can be recorded on an NVR. So there's no need to pay for any kind of cloud-based storage or application. You can take that straight away. It connects over Wi-Fi, but if we don't have the best Wi-Fi connection out of the door, we can also put an SD card up to 256 gigs straight into the doorbell. So we try and offer you a lot of options in terms of functionality with this kit. Moving on and continuing on access control on one of our first kiosks over here, we will find our 3411, which is built for standalone access control. This allows us to use multiple credential types, such as cards, NFC, face recognition, mobile apps, and PINs, all built into our one terminal. With face recognition, we can recognize faces up to 1.5 meters away at a very fast pace of less than 0.2 seconds. Even if you have masks or helmets, we can still have recognition. One of the big things, of course, is that it also acts as an intercom and has multiple advanced features built right into it, such as anti-spoofing. You'll notice that there are 2 lenses on the top, This allows us to get a stereoscopic image just like our eyes do, so you cannot hold a flat image up of someone's face and gain access. It has to be three-dimensional. Also, many of the typical access control functions that we're used to, such as anti-passback, first card unlock, and multiple credential types for access. Keeping on the thread of access control, we also have our ProX access controller back here. This is web-based access control that makes scalability extremely simple. This gives us one primary controller with up to 20 secondary controllers for up to 40 doors in total. Each can monitor up to, or rather have up to 1,000 users per panel, and can unlock using multiple credential types, including Bluetooth. This is compatible with the same app that I just discussed, ProX Next, in order to have everything under one centralized umbrella. The topology of ProX for access control is extremely simple. Any PC can access the primary controller over a network using a browser in order to manage, and all access control devices can be controlled via the ProX Next application. Sticking on access control, we also have our latest in terms of access control. This is our brand new DeFinDOS Sentinel series. It has the same primary topology that we just discussed with ProX, wherein we have a designated primary controller and a number of secondary controllers. In this case, we can have up to 21 controllers in total, giving us the potential to work with up to 84 doors. This also can use multiple credential types, such as NFC, QR, MyFair, and EM cards. Optional phone apps are available for entry, as well as Bluetooth configuration, and it provides flexible management and customizable access levels. This is also web-based, just like the ProX that we just discussed, and requires no additional software, no additional licensing. The big differentiator here is that this does give us a UL294 option. The panel is UL294 as well as the ST10 reader. So we do offer end-to-end UL294 for those AHJs that require it or specific jobs that require it. We'll see here that this topology is very similar to the ProX topology and allows for the connection of multiple devices as well as alarm inputs and outputs. Something else to draw attention to is the ability to add an additional expansion board for either elevator support or for additional I/O control. Coming down the pipeline, just in front of us here on our left, is the next evolution of the DeFinDOS series. This is DeFinDOS Nimbus. This next generation is going to include for us cloud access controllers, as well as the ability to integrate video surveillance with it. The current Sentinel series is a standalone access control device, but this has more integration capabilities out there. This will also introduce for us biometric terminals, SIP outdoor stations, SIP access control, and IP indoor stations. If this is something you're interested in, please provide us feedback on this line so we know what's most relevant to you and what you would like to see us bring in the future. And coming nearly to a close here is video and alarm monitoring, which again we will find on the back right kiosk. We're happy to announce our integration with Checked Monitoring, which allows a security system and our cameras to be linked via the Checked bridge, which can connect to your central station. When the security alarm detects an intruder, the video is automatically sent to the central station for verification. A live agent determines if there's a threat or sends that video to the end user on a mobile device in order to verify that there is in fact a threat before dispatch. Agents can even use talk-down to speak right through the cameras that have built-in speakers. That's going to basically be it for now. I really appreciate your time and attendance. I hope you guys enjoyed the few drinks that you had here.